I'm going to make a comment about my marriage, but I'm not going to do that either. There's a lot of guitars.
Can you have too many guitars?
Well, no, that's not what we're talking about, though. But it can
there be too many guitars?
Yeah, can there be too many guitars that are being made by manufacturers?
Can there be too many kinds of guitars?
That's the more well, and like I would say no. As a buyer of guitars,
right?
Like I am obsessed with more things. I like all the options. I like that. Let's talk about Fender for a minute. When they did all their like parallel universes and their rarities and just like weird things that they don't normally do, or the Noventa.
The Noventa even is awesome.
I think that's good, but just the oddball stuff because they have their American Pro too. They have their Players series. That's sort of the bread and butter. But then they have the Ventera Relic, the Noventa,
the modified Ventera,
the Ultra Lux.
Yes.
Not just the Ultras, the American Originals, all the different series of it. So that's just touching the surface. We haven't gotten into like most of the Mexican built and the Squire overseas built. There's a lot of guitars.
There's a few. And
it got us thinking, like, because we were riffing with Derek, the strange man behind the cameras, like 6'5", gorgeous, musky man. Not the musky you might think. But it's like imagine 50 years from now.
Right.
Like, would that be 2071?
Totally be dead by then.
Yeah, you might be alive with like genetic alterations. But imagine 50 years from now, like when people are looking at the old guitars of today, and like
those mid-2000s guitars.
What the hell was that? I mean, like, how are you even supposed to like quantify and like authenticate some of it? It's going to be really tricky. So there's, because it's hard right now.
It's tricky right now.
Yeah, so it's, yeah.
Someone just called about that random player series, like, with the roasted neck and the 50 custom shop 50s pickups. And you're like,
you know about that one? We're like, no. Let me get on the Google machine. Oh, this is a Guitar Center exclusive, I'm sure. Yeah. Which they make limited runs of exclusives like every other week. So it's not as rare as you might think. But the one with the roasted neck. There's so many now, and like that sort of begs the question, like, was it better when there weren't? Like, and maybe, like when there's like, hey, here's your Strat.
Right.
It comes in 3-tone sunburst or a few other colors.
Or you could paint it. Whatever you want to do.
Skylar could do it for us.
Yes.
That's who would do it for us.
I mean, imagine if there were like 10 varieties of Telecasters when they first released them in the 50s and you had to figure out what was what.
Well, because I was looking at some vintage Jaguars and Jazzmasters yesterday, because why would I not want to buy a vintage Jazz and Jaguar? Right. I like that stuff. I was trying to, God, they're so expensive now. But I was like, and this one's the L series and this one's not. I'm like, oh, Jesus, there were small little differences then anyway. But now it's just like it's a free-for-all.
Yeah.
It's like Zack Snyder made the guitar catalog. There's just so much depth, and he's like, let's just add an extra 30 minutes to this backstory of the Stratocaster. Now we're gonna have 20 Stratocasters.
It's sort of like when you see the backs of cars and it's like SC, XC, LE, but it's a Nissan Sentra and no one really cares.
That is such a thing, but when you're buying that car,
you're like, oh God.
Because I had like that Subaru Ascent something, whatever the fancy package was when it released. I don't remember what it was, but that was the car. And I was like, yeah, it's got the little thing on the back. I was like, sweet. Got that. I can't even remember what it was now.
No, it doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter.
Like, do you have the limited edition? Do you remember the Eddie Bauer Ford Explorers?
Oh, yeah.
That was like a thing. I just like the Wagoneers, too. I just like anything with the Wagoneer that takes like 8 miles a gallon with wood paneling. That was my jam.
Gotta have wood paneling.
If
it's got wood paneling, you're good.
No, but that's a car thing. It's a great point because it's very similar.
It's a super,
Well, this is the limited, this one of this model of this year it's like.
And it's not just like, basic and then, a little better. It's 73 things in between. Yeah.
Well, and include yourself too, like go back to guitars. We'll drop cars for a minute, which we do think they live in similar universes. Like if it's a Guitar Center limited run, it's really not that limited.
Right.
I don't want to burst anybody's bubble. It's usually, they make a lot of guitars. Like for Guitar Center. They're not doing as much anymore because they haven't paid their invoices in a while, but that's a separate video. There's plenty out there about it, and just plenty of news. Oh, when we start a podcast though, we have like That awesome author is going to be on it too. It's the podcast. It's already sort of been started, but they haven't released any yet. And so
it's coming though.
It's coming. It's really fun. It's definitely not like this. It's much more R-rated, I would say. PG-13.
PG-13 to R-ish.
It just depends. We have guests on it, and like one of the guests we were talking about was like he sort of broke the news on GC and found out all the goods and the financial truisms and stuff, and then we have some, I guess, real rock star people too.
We do,
and some crazy builders.
I would say that's true.
That's gonna be my favorite.
That's gonna be the best.
This one guy's become one of my best friends, I think. And we haven't even met in person yet. It's like I feel like back when I was teaching in my old days, I had this one student. His name was Ryan. I loved him to death. He was a huge gamer. He had all these friends that he'd never met, and I was like, "That's such a weird thing, you weird kid."
And now
it's me.
Now it's you,
a 40-year-old with friends on the internet. Can't wait to meet you.
It's a brave new world.
It is a brave new world. Or just a sad new world.
Or whatever.
They sent us all down to Hit Point Hobbies and play some Magic the Gathering together. Oh, I went by there the other day too. And right near Derek's new venue. Derek behind the camera just got a venue as well. It's a side subject, a music venue, because we believe in music that much.
We love
that
music.
Idiot bought a music venue. So it's gone. The Neon
It's
Rooster.
going to be around at least 3 years. I'm just kidding, Derek. Just kidding.
I know.
It's going to be amazing.
Well, that was like when we first opened the shop too, and like we were getting all of our wooden signs, and I love this because we got the Fender ones in again, and James looked at the Fender, was like, "Dude, when we go out of business, can I have this?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." We haven't gone out of business yet, but then someone actually smashed.
Not yet.
Someone smashed that sign. It's broken in half up in the front. I saved it. I'll let James take that one home. He deserves it.
You should give him the smash one.
I guess we should get back on topic somewhat.
Yeah.
Maybe. I thought
guitars.
That was a good diversion though. I was excited.
Great diversion.
It kind of went in proper weavings, and I was
meandered.
Happy. That was it's like a real conversation almost.
Almost.
But yeah. So this is going to be a strange thing for the historical analyst of the future.
Right.
Because it's hard for us now in the present.
Yeah, I mean, because even now there are things when I'm like, oh, is this real? Is this like from China? Is this real? I don't know. Imagine that in 2071. Yes.
That's the year I'm
not even like 2035. They're gonna be like, what was that?
It's crazy because and imagine 200 years from now, will guitar still be a thing? I mean, I think it will be because I'm an idiot. No, it definitely will be. Space guitar. No, because I'm huge into sci-fi and everything. It's like, look at the advancements from like the 1800s to now. Like it won't be that speed of advancement. I don't think. I think we've reached sort of a critical set of we're used to technology and we've integrated it pretty thoroughly into our lives. I mean, if Elon Musk wants to plug us into the Matrix,
I like to think
the violin hasn't changed.
The violin hasn't changed.
200 years.
But I like to think in 200 years the world will basically have ended and society will have restarted. So maybe we'll rediscover the guitar again by then. But probably.
And then they'll be like, "What was the Noventa?" Well, they made this for a year and a half in the year 2021 to 2022 and a half. And it was really cool. It had P90 in it. It cost the same as a guitar that had 3 pickups, but it didn't have that big fat monster.
It's true.
It's I love that pickup.
It's a great pickup.
That's a great guitar. And I think Cindy, one of our local cats, got one of our first ones.
Cindy, she did.
After she bought 4 other guitars and sort of figured out that's the one she wanted. True. But that's our girl, man. But she got that guitar. It crushes. And she got the one I wanted too.
What is that? So does having that many SKUs, does it make it harder to go pick out your guitar? I mean, it definitely gives you more sort of choice anxiety, right? And then I think you think about it after, well, should I have gotten the one with this or the one with
buyer's
that or the one with... Right.
Or buyer's remorse is what they call it, I guess. I never have that because I love buying guitars. I really don't have buyer's remorse.
I don't know.
Yeah. Working in a guitar shop makes it that much worse because we're literally buying dozens of guitars a day. And so you just can't really have that thought process. No. It numbs you down to that. It's like, this is going to be awesome. And I get more excited.
Yeah.
So I'm of the thought of whenever, I don't know why we're talking about Fender the whole time, but whenever Fender releases new stuff, I just get jazzed up and excited about it.
It's awesome.
Even if it's stupid. And they've done some stupid stuff over the past couple of years. And we can all say that. So is Gibson, so is PRS. Well, not as much. They're smarter than this. PRS is actually doing the opposite. They're cutting their SKUs, which I think's brilliant for them too.
Right.
And I wish Martin would cut a lot of their SKUs as far as GPC 4X PQRTY. What is this guitar? People would come, well, I have the GPC X3 too, and then I have this man, because they had so many SKUs for this one area, and they have cut a lot of it.
Don't make the names so long.
D18.
Cool.
T1000. Done that. Things like that. We're dumb people that strum wood with metal tense across it that makes vibrations in a box.
If it has more than 3 numbers.
We're not smart. We're not smart people. So that, yeah, I mean, I'm excited though. I love that there's lots out there. I like that some of the manufacturers are shrinking it down a little bit too, but I like it as a buyer. I like having all the choices and options. Screw the historians in the future.
There you go.
It's like the environment. Those guys will handle it.
Darn the kids. Screw them.
They'll have to figure out what Noventa 93864 or a Players series with reverse headstock roasted maple that they only made 3,000 of.
Or will they care? Maybe they'll just be playing music. They won't
play
care.
Music.
Like, this is a good guitar. We like it. We're going to have it.
Me and my 78 Deluxe, man. Just that and a Evil Twin. That's all you need to have a semi-okay career for a short time.
Hey,
that's it.
There you go. That's it.
I'm done. I'm done for the day.
Time to take it to the house. Let us know what you guys think.
Wait, what?
What?
Take it to the house. What does that mean?
It means go home.
I'm just, yeah, whatever. Wrap it up. I'm sorry.
Let us know, are there too many SKUs or would you rather there be less choices? More choices, less choices. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. Click that bell so you don't miss videos in the future. We are taking it to the house now. We will see
Take it to the house.
later. Have a great day.